Are you finding it very, very difficult to understand what your Virgo is all about? Well, then I am going to give you three main keys to understand a Virgo. So let's get started. The first key is all about perfectionism. If they cannot do something perfectly, they will doubt their own image because the perfectionist nature is attached to their image. This is inseparable from each other. They are so much blended in each other. So if you feel that the Virgo should not become a perfectionist, or like, everything has to be clean, everything has to be spick and span, everything has to be neat and tidy, or look at your hair, you need to, they can go to the extremes sometimes. But then you need to know that actually it's a part of them, inseparable part of them, and it's completely attached to their image. Like if a Virgo cannot be perfect with themselves because they attach themselves to that. And if you say, okay, my dear Virgo, from tomorrow you're not going to be neatly dressed, it's like putting a fish out of water. This is how they will feel uncomfortable, because that neat and tidiness, that way of being perfect, that way of eating really, sattvic or very wholesome, nutritious food. Like they have to have this much of vegetable, this much of cereal, this much of, if they eat the meat also. So all these things, if the kind of meals that they have also, and if you say, okay, from tomorrow we are on burgers, or from tomorrow, okay, we are just going to have aloo chaat, or nice things, yeah, but not very, which are very good for the tongue, but not really good for the body. Okay, so if you say like that to them, they will be like, wow, that's not me, because I am a perfect person. I have to have this, I have to have that, I have to wake up at that time, I have to do my prayers at that time, I have to do my meditation at that time, I have to go for my walk at that time, I have to, like it's all about that. So they are so much related. I mean, the image is all about perfectionism, being perfect. Okay, so you have to understand that. You shouldn't, start to say, oh my god, this is becoming too much for me. Yeah, at times it is, okay, but then if you love them, you adjust. Yeah, and try to make them also adjust with you on certain things. Now the second thing, the second main key for the Virgos is their sense of humor. Okay, I will add one more word in front of that. This is the sarcastic sense of humor. And what is that sarcastic sense of humor? They will use it often. You will see the Virgos, like listen to them. Sarcasm needs lots of intelligence. You have to understand that. And Virgo is very, very cerebral, mercurial, okay? So they have that intelligence. Like immediately in a particular situation, if you throw something at them, they will take it with a smile, and then they will return it to you with a wonderful sarcastic humor statement. For example, a Virgo sees someone wearing a white shirt, for example. Okay, they are wearing a white shirt and they come in front of them, and the white shirt has a black spot somewhere. Okay, so the Virgo wants to correct this person, but the Virgo doesn't want to say, hey, you have made your shirt dirty, your shirt looks so dirty. Or they'll make it poetic, or they'll say that, oh, you are carrying the day on you with a bit of night also, right on your heart, So something like this, a kind of a sarcastic yet a bit of a poetic twist they will give to that. And then the person will laugh because it's not very harsh, right? It is sarcastic because the Virgo has criticized you, but at the same time has made it a bit poetic, or has made it a bit jovial, okay, like a joke. And they have pointed out to you that you have a beautiful white shirt, but you have a black dot there. But they say that it is all about the day, and there is a bit of a night also on you, right? So it sounds good, yeah. But then you're like, oh, I spoiled my shirt, or oh, this kind of thing. All right. So this is very important for the Virgo because they will, whenever they are hurt, also they will use sarcastic humor, and sometimes that sarcastic humor can be really, really sarcastic to digest also, and. When you are very close to the Virgo, you will understand that at times it can be, yeah, most of the times it's a lot of fun, but most of the times it can also be, difficult to take also. So you need to understand that it's a part of their being, that mercurial thing, that intelligence which is oozing out of them, and then they just want to, just create some wonderful sarcastic jokes or poems also, in order to just reveal the message or give the message to people, or to that particular person who needs to make some kind of a constructive change in the way they are. Once somebody said to him, "Is like, hey, you are so sweet, and then he just said to the person, "Do you have diabetes?" The person didn't understand anything. But you see the kind of an intelligent remark that the person made, and I found it really wonderful. It's like, hey, you're very sweet, but hey, do you have diabetes? Because if I'm sweet and you have diabetes, then we have nothing to do together, right? So this is the kind of a thing that the Virgo can come up with. So you have to be ready for the sarcastic sense of humor. You will enjoy, you will laugh at it also. Sometimes you'll cry about it also. I can tell you that. Then the third thing for the Virgo is that they don't like to be criticized. They don't like it. They are like children on that. They don't like to be criticized. It's like Mummy said, you didn't do that well. Ooh, the Virgo doesn't like it at all. The Virgo can throw a temper tantrum there. As a child also, the Virgo can do that. It's like, okay, then show me how good you can do it, This kind of a backlash can come upon you, okay? Because you have to understand over here, regarding the Virgo, why they don't like to be criticized is because they are perfectionists, as I told you in the first key. So in the third key, it is that why they don't like to be criticized is that they are striving so much every day of their life just to be perfect in whatever they do. It's a challenge, right? To be perfect, it's very difficult. But they do it. Not each sign can handle that or can do that, but they do that. They will always work towards that perfection. Every second of their life is all about, being perfect in whatever they do. So it's a big burden already upon themselves that they have put by being born as a Virgo, right? And in that, if you criticize them that you didn't do this properly, you didn't do that properly, then oh, my dear ones, either you are going to get that sarcastic sense of humor, or literally a nice hearing you can get it, from them, because for them it really throws them off their balance. They feel like a failure. Honestly, they can feel like a failure over there because they are doing too much. Sometimes they will overdo things in that perfect way just in order to, achieve everything in the proper perfection. And sometimes for people it will be very difficult to understand, and at times also it is that yes, it's becoming too much, stop it. You feel like telling them, now stop it, you're going overboard now about certain things. But that criticism, it's something that you should never do with a Virgo. If you want them to do something nicely, and if you feel that they haven't done something properly, of course, we all are human beings. We are going to make errors, mistakes, and blunders also. And so our Virgos are included in that also, even if they are the perfectionists of the zodiac. Yet, if you want to tell them that, my dear Virgo, you have done this wrong, well, if you're a Scorpio and you've said it like that, it's not going to bond well with them. they will just look at you and they will be like, this person doesn't understand me at all, and I am not at all going to budge from my place. This is going to be the way. They will dislike it to the highest level, when you criticize them. Instead, I have to give you a tip here, my dear loved ones of Virgos, my dear parents of Virgos, friends of Virgos, relatives of Virgos, and the beloveds of Virgos, colleagues of Virgos, that you will have to find a very mild and a very intelligently sweet way. It's quite a mix here, huh? As if I'm telling you to mix pickle with ice cream and then serve it to them. Why not? So you need to find that kind of a blend, in order to serve it to them and tell them that, maybe we can do it like this, or give some options and say, which one do you think is the best option here? And only that way it works. But you criticize them outrightly, they will either throw it back on your face, or they will completely, just have a grudge upon you and just leave that place, or they will stop speaking to you, or they will get into a that sarcastic humor thing, but that can be very cutting afterwards. So you need to understand, my dear ones, is that they don't like to be criticized because they are fixed in their heads, huh? All right, so here we are, my dear ones, regarding our dear Virgos 3 main keys. And if you're a Virgo, please put in the comments what are the other keys to understand you also, because like that we will do more episodes of this also, because I really like to do them. And it's because there are those main important things that we understand about each other, and it helps us to understand each other. And then all those difficult tensions in relationships can dissolve easily, because we will know, okay, fine, this person, this zodiac behaves in this way, so okay, fine, we understand you now and they understand us, and then that makes life more easy and the world more beautiful also, right, my dear Virgos? So please do like, share with all the Virgo related people and with all the Virgos, and please do comment, and I shall see you next time. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye bye. God bless. Bye.